What's up, guys? We're back. WOD 3 of the quarterfinals, unofficial video again, as usual. 92nd percentile, 37-year-old dad here, just trying to hang on to my fitness. So if you guys didn't watch the first two, or event 1 and event 4, you can check those out. Not sure if I'm going to get the video done for event 2. Going to do that here today shortly, still before the window opens, but not sure if I'll get it all uploaded in time. And I think that one is just like so much strategy, and it's so different for everybody. I felt like it was the least relevant to give you guys advice on because there's just too many options for every single person. You kind of have to figure out yourself, and I've seen amazing rep strategy breakdowns on that one already. So this workout, right out of the gates, if you are doing quarterfinals, make sure you start with a jump rope on the floor. You can have multiple barbells and have help loading. I changed my own weights today because I was just by myself in open gym. Everybody else in the gym was in class, and the other coach was coaching. So I just rolled through by myself. Again, I've kind of talked about like what I'm good at and what I'm bad at as a 92%, formerly 96 or 7% athletes in the open and quarterfinals. So very bad at moderate hinging for volume, very good at double unders. But the fact that this goes up in weight, I think maybe helps me a little bit amongst the field. Maybe not the quarterfinals field, maybe that's just the open, because people in quarterfinals just are strong as heck and can rip deadlifts. So I know that I'm better at deadlifts, touch and go. The first one off the floor is always the hardest rep for me. If I really wanted to hammer that, I should work on deficit deadlifts and train it. But anymore, I just train, 4 days a week if I can, a little extra running, and, try to just keep my fitness from falling off right now. So I managed to hang on to these 6-4s, tried to have smooth transitions, definitely went to a little bit of the like straight arm bounce. Maybe there is some elbow bending here. This is something that I don't like to do, but I know I can get my best score if it's not illegal by doing, the straight arm-ish bounce, keeping an eye on the elbow. It looks like maybe there is a bit of a rebend, so maybe these are never legal and I shouldn't be doing the same thing with that upper back thoracic spine rounding that I let myself do on this workout, especially as it gets a little later in the workout. I've had back problems since I was a teenager, so I'm always super cautious on deadlifts and training. I'd rather just go slower and lose my intensity, or go lighter to keep my intensity and keep my back, my lumbar spine for sure, super flat. But I have this long torso and short legs, so I do benefit from letting my upper back, my thoracic spine round a little bit. So we're rolling through double unders. I had a couple random trips. I'm usually pretty good at not tripping much, but the deadlifts did have a little bit of an effect. You can already see I'm losing some mid back and low back positioning here just from the fatigue. And again, normally I would take my time more on this, but for today I was like, hey, treat this like you're open your quarterfinals. Give yourself that 10 or 15% slop factor today, just in the interest of going faster, even though this is definitely a workout that's somewhat of a weakness of mine. You can even see I struggle to like get that full lockout. Things were feeling heavy today a little bit after those other two workouts. So doing my own weight change, getting into some dubs, getting to the 275er here. I wanted to keep 6 and 4 touch and go because I do better getting to, like I said, do a little recoil through that. I definitely don't love the way the elbows look on this. I haven't videoed this in a long time. I think I used to be better at keeping my elbows straight on a bend. It's something that I don't practice because I don't really compete anymore. So something that probably shouldn't do, should have just slowed down, but it was really just for the video today to keep myself moving. So a little bit longer of a break, weight's a little heavier, heart rate was getting a little higher, managed to hold on for a set of 4. Definitely something where I want to clean up my lockout and my elbows, but this is where we're at. Onto our dubs. It's actually starting to get warm here in New Jersey today, so the shirt came off. We get back to our 275 and managed to, I believe, hold a 6-4 here again. And then we'll just kind of zoom through the rest here. So not a super great workout for me. I'm not loving exactly how my deadlifts look, but I would say takeaways are you have to know what kind of deadlifter you are. Should you be hanging on to go touch and go because you do better and maybe sacrifice your grip overall and before the muscle up workout and hang clean workout? Or are you the kind of person who can just rip singles and maybe save your grip, start touch and go, hit singles later? I'm the type of person who needs this little bit of a break. I need to tighten up my belt and go touch and go, because just I've always had a weaker low back. It's the best it's ever been the last 5 years, but it's still something that I just have to work around there. So weight changes definitely ate up a little bit of my time. Probably not too much. I would have taken rest anyway on the heavier barbells, but changing your own weights, obviously don't do it if you don't have to. Hit my dubs, finishing up, getting the weights set here. And I told myself I was going to try to go 4-3-3 on these 315ers, but this is where we'll talk about what the workout did, and it really hit the hammies and legs and just wasn't so much grip. I also didn't have the plates tight on that far side, so they were sliding out and making that side a little heavier. So I had to go 3. We'll circle back. I get in for another set of 3 here. We're definitely moving into the zone of some sloppier deadlifts at the end here, although the heavy weight kind of forces me to maybe respect it a little bit. And then that right side is super lagging today. So I don't know if it was the plates or what, but 2 sets of 3, and then I was trying to be a hero and go for 4. I think if I hit 4, I would have gone sub 10. I just checked the clock there. That didn't happen. I wound up getting 3 of these and having to finish out with a single and finishing up at 10:10 on the clock. So just you can see the fatigue. Like 315, I think usually in a workout with more time in between, more other movements, I can hold 6-4. I could definitely do a 4-3-3 when I'm tired, but on this particular workout, this particular finish, suck it up at the end there. There was no way I was holding on to get that last rep, and we finished it out at 10:10.